Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Instagram makeup tutorial, like an Instagram model makeup tutorial. This is very heavily inspired by Emily Ratajkowski's looks, Hailey Bieber, you know, just that very like flawless but still wearable and approachable look. And I did one of these a couple years ago, back when like Instagram makeup was completely polar opposite. It was very aggressive and there was like a lot of baking and creams and stuff, and I did one of those even though back then it was completely not my makeup style, but it was still really fun to just like try something like that. And I feel like today's Instagram makeup, if you will, is still very flawless and still has a lot of similar elements to what it did a few years ago, but like I was saying, it's just a lot more approachable and soft looking on the eye. It's not, you know, quite as aggressive as it used to be. So I wanted to share with you guys some really great products and techniques to kind of achieve a very, you know, flawless looking base and, you know, juicy big lips like Instagram model makeup. So yeah, I had a lot of fun filming this. It's pretty technique heavy, but I have a lot of tips and tricks for you guys. So if you are interested, please be sure to keep watching. I would also love it if you guys would subscribe to my channel before we get into it, and I would love it if you guys would follow me on Instagram, because I'm always on Instagram whenever I'm not here on my channel. So let's get into the tutorial. So I'm gonna start off by prepping the skin. I'm gonna use some of the Kopari Coconut Rose Toner. Just gonna lightly spritz that all over the face. And then for moisturizer, I'm going to use the Kopari Coconut Face Cream. This is a really nice lightweight moisturizer, so it doesn't feel too gooey underneath makeup. To prime the skin for the makeup, I'm gonna be using the Milk Hydro Primer. I am obsessed with this. I think this stuff is so great. It's really, you know, sticky and gel-like. It just gives you the perfect, like, tacky, dewy base to start applying makeup on top of. So I'm just gonna apply this all over the skin. Illuminator is actually really key with this look because you want the skin to be as glowy as possible. So I'm gonna use one of my favorites. This is Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. I kind of use a lot, but this is a true soft focus glow. There's no like artificial looking glitter or chunky bits to it. It just gives you a nice, true pearlescence. So I absolutely love this, and I just apply this all over the skin. So I'm just gonna spread this all over the face. And then if I do have a little bit extra, which I do, I'm just gonna rub this on my neck and my chest area just to make everything nice and glowy. Foundation wise, you want the most flawless coverage, but you want it to look as natural as possible, which I know sounds like a contradiction, but I'm gonna show you how you can make it work. So we've got the base prep, we've got the illuminator down. I'm gonna use one of my favorite foundations for getting that like flawless but natural looking coverage. It's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. In this, I wear the shade 7.5. Now what I like to do is do about 1.5 pumps on my fingers, get that bead, really work it in your hands, get the product nice and warmed up, and then just lightly tap it onto the skin, kind of spreading the product as far around as you can. I got some in my hair, whatever. You just wanna cover as much of your face as you can in a really, really ultra thin, light layer. And now that we have this really nice light layer all over the skin, we're gonna take either a foundation brush or a sponge, whatever you like. I'm gonna use the IT Cosmetics foundation brush because I just really, really like this one. And I'm gonna use this to just really blend and buff the product into the skin. And it'll also pick up any, you know, excess product. Honestly, half of the work is just really blending out the skin and just kind of working the foundation into the skin as well as possible so that you get that nice natural looking glow with all the coverage without it getting cakey. So the blend is really, really important, and so is working in really thin, light layers. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can add another layer of coverage without getting cakey. So I'm gonna take my foundation again. I'm gonna do, let's do like 1/2 pump this time. Again, warm it up in those fingertips. You really wanna get the product nice and heated up. And then wherever you want extra coverage, so let's say I wanted more coverage like under the eyes, I'm gonna go in the center of the face, like around my nose where I have a little bit of redness, and I'm just like lightly tapping a nice light layer onto the other layer. And then if you had anything else that you really wanted to hide, just tap a nice light layer, light layer on top of that area. And then go back in with your foundation brush and just lightly blend it in. You can use a sponge if you want, but I just like a brush for this technique because I feel like I can just kind of like graze the skin a little bit lighter. And you can bounce back and forth between doing like light stipple motions, light buffing motions. You're just working on building out that second layer of coverage. Okay, so with concealer, again, you want the same thing. Flawless coverage, but make it natural. So one of my favorites for that is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I just feel like it really blends into the skin, it molds with your own skin texture, and it just always looks really, really natural and has superior coverage. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Ginger, just to conceal. So I'm gonna put this right in the darkest part of my eye, which is like right around here, and also underneath the eye like that. So right in that dark shadow, we're gonna put some right underneath the eye. And then I'm also gonna do a little dot on the outer corner because I wanna brighten up that darkness. And I'm also gonna put it around the corners of my nose where I have a little bit of redness still peeking through. Now, as far as the rest of the hyperpigmentation on my face, you can still see it slightly. So I'll just put a little bit of coverage on anything that's looking a little bit extra dark. And I think this makes the biggest difference in terms of concealer coverage is waiting a couple moments to blend it out just so that the concealer has time to kind of set in the skin and get kind of tacky. So I'm gonna fill in my brows while I let this concealer chill for a sec. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown, and I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows really quick. So now that my concealer's had a moment to set, I'm gonna use my fingers to push and blend it into the skin to really use the warmth so that it just molds better and it doesn't just kind of like lay on top. I really want it to become one with the skin. So just kind of doing like little tapping motions so that I keep all the coverage in the place that I placed it. And wherever I placed it over the hyperpigmentation, I'm just tapping in place. I'm not moving the concealer around, because then you're just gonna lose the coverage of wherever you placed it. I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of lightly get a nice soft blend. Make sure there's no harsh edges where the concealer meets the foundation. So just kind of do a nice light tapping blend. I'm gonna do a cream bronze because again, we're gonna say it a million times throughout this video, it's gonna really mold with the skin and it's gonna be a lot more undetectable than a powder bronzer. There's a hair in my nose right now or something. Okay. It's gonna be a lot more undetectable than a powder bronzer. So I'm gonna use the Tom Ford shade in Illuminate. This one is in Intensity 1, picking it up on a Real Techniques buffing brush. And I'm first gonna start working around the perimeter of the face, closest to the hairline. Just kind of doing like a light stippling motion as I apply it. Again, because we're not trying to disrupt anything underneath. And I'm working in a really thin layer. If I feel like I want more bronze, then I'll do a second layer, but you don't want to go in too hot and heavy with a cream bronzer because that's when things are going to start looking really muddy. They can look artificial and it's just not going to look as good. If you do an aggressive swipe, you're gonna completely ruin the base. So we're just doing light tap, 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 blend it back. Tap, 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 blend it back. No aggressive swiping allowed. I'm gonna use a cream blush. This is Sun Touch from Kjaer Weis. I had it in my March favorites. I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm just gonna be using that same brush that I used to apply the bronzer. Again, we wanna tap off the excess. You just don't want those big splotches of color all over the skin, and you can really work the product better into the brush without actually picking up more product. Instead of applying the flush, more in this arena, I want to apply it closer to the nose so that you really do get that true flush from the... For highlighting the skin, we're going to use Nude Sticks Bronzy Bay. Now, these are so amazing because they set to the skin, they're waterproof, they last a really long time, and they give you a truly like wet, dewy look, so they're really great for this type of look. So I'm going to just go like this. I kind of just give myself a decent amount of product to work with on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna pick it up on a Laura Mercier. This is the finishing brush. Starting on the highest point of the cheekbone, we're just gonna lightly stipple and then gently blend. Again, this is not an aggressive blend. There is no aggressive swiping in this look. You're just lightly grazing the skin and kind of giving the product more of a, you know, soft diffusion. I just want the highlight to be really soft and sheer, and more so like you're gonna see it, but it's not gonna be so stark and metallic. It's gonna be really a true soft glow. The eyes are also just as important as the skin. With this type of look, the eyes are just like light washes of colors, glimmers. It's not a structured look, just very like easy, effortless, model off duty type of look. So some really great products for achieving this are the Laura Mercier Chrome Liquid Veil eyeshadows, that Nude Sticks one that I showed you, and then the Laura Mercier Eye Caviar eye sticks. So I'm just gonna start off with Bronzy Bay from Nude Sticks. We're just gonna apply this all over the eyelid. And then before you blend, give it a minute to set so that you can kind of keep that impactfulness of the shade. If you blend it when it's still really wet, it's gonna sheer it out. I'm gonna take Bronzy Bay and I'm gonna pop that like right on the lower lash line just to kind of brighten that up a bit. Add a little bit of shimmer down there and pull it into the inner corner too. To add some definition to the eyes and kind of smoke them out a little bit, I'm gonna use Lasting Brown from LA Girl and just pop this in the lower lash line and the top lash line. For mascara, I'm gonna use Milk Kush mascara because I really want that like fluffy, long, flirty looking lash, and this really just gives you super fluffy, long, flirty looking lashes. So I'm gonna put this on the top and the bottom. Probably do about 2 coats because I want them to look as impactful as possible without looking too clumpy or too like mascara-y. I just want to add a lot of length and a little bit of wispiness. And then we'll take it on the lower lashes too. This gives really great length on the lower lashes as well. And then for lips, we want them to look juicy and oversized, you know, basically lip injections without the lip injections. So I'm gonna go with a nude lip liner that I can overline with. So I'm gonna use Spice from Jane Iredale. So I like to kind of extend the size at the corners and just slightly overline right through here. And then when I come to the Cupid's bow, I always like to kind of overline that too. Okay, then to further cheat the size of my lips, I'm gonna take more of like a beigey nude that's more of like a contour lip shade color. So I'm gonna use Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm going to ever so slightly outline the outline that I just did. Just barely kind of graze that outer line. And this will create a shadow, like a shadow type effect, and make them look even bigger. And then to actually make your lips appear like juicier and fuller, you have to use a lip gloss. I would recommend a plumping lip gloss because that'll just kind of like even further boost the bigger appearance of your lips. So I'm gonna use So Juicy from ColourPop, and this one is in the shade She's Here, which is a really pretty soft nude. And it's also really nice and milky. It's also a really nice like milky shade, so I feel like it just kind of further emphasizes bigger lips. And I'm gonna set this entire look with a setting spray. I don't wanna use powder because I don't wanna take away from this whole skin vibe we have going on, and I just feel like powder will kind of disrupt it. It'll make things look a little bit more matte, and I just wanna keep this looking the way it is. So I'm gonna use the Lancome Fix It and Forget It spray, which is amazing. It really will make your makeup last a lot longer. So I'm just gonna like really coat my face in this. Okay guys, so this is the finished look using all of the techniques. I really love this because I think it's like very flawless and glamorous, but still approachable. Like the skin has a lot of glow. We have the big juicy lips. The eyes are very defined, but they're still, you know, just like a wash of shimmer, very wearable. And I think that's kind of what this whole look is. It's very like wearable, approachable glam, and you get a really great finish with the skin with full flawless coverage, but it doesn't look or feel too heavy or cakey. Like you don't have to use a lot of product to really get it to work to its maximum benefit. You just need to really like take your time, blend, work in thin layers. You know, we covered it all. We covered it all. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really wanted to do this just because, you know me, I'm always like super inspired by like Emily Ratajkowski's makeup, just celebrity makeup in general. I'm very inspired by it. I like the vibe. I think that this is the perfect look to wear for spring and summer. And you guys can always sub in different products that you want to use, but I really had a lot of fun filming this for you guys. I love technique heavy videos and like just kind of trying to coach you guys through stuff. I have a lot of fun doing that. So I really hope you enjoyed this look. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments down below. All the products that I use will be linked and listed in the description box for you guys as always, as well as my Instagram, so please be sure to come follow me on there if you didn't earlier, and subscribe to my channel if you guys didn't earlier. If there are any other like Instagram famous techniques that you guys want to see, leave a comment down below, let me know, and any other type of like skin related videos that you guys want to see. This wasn't a skin focused video, but I was actually thinking about doing a soft matte skin tutorial. I know my looks are always super like dewy, juicy, wet looking skin, but if you guys want me to do more of like a soft matte finish, I can do it for you. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye guys.